Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? I don't think there's any friends on with me today, but this is going to be a Q&A as a video that I'm going to put out anyway and answer questions as people come in. So hello, hello. As you join, give me the thumbs up. Tell me where you're from. I'm like tired. Hey, Margaret. I was going to cancel, but I'm like, no, it's my last day of the month. How's it going? If you have any questions, Margaret, put them out there. I'm going to ask everyone else questions as well. I only got a few. So, what's going on? I had such a great day today with my friend Pamela. I'm super excited. Pamela's been in my group for a long time. We don't celebrate Halloween. Margaret, my children, we've never celebrated Halloween. They've never been trick or treating. It's not a holiday that we celebrate. So the answer should be no to that. Hello, 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 Hunter Ryan. Yes, I'm having a really great day. It's been super fun. I've actually been on like my staycation. I'm trying to force myself not to do a lot of work. This Q&A, I could have scheduled someone, but since this was the last Thursday in the month, I said, you know what, I'll just come on and do a Q&A. If you have any questions, just throw them out there. I like to do Q&As. I do on my YouTube channel, which you're here. I have a membership now that you can join. The lowest price is $2.99 a month. I will be doing a lot of behind the scenes. I'll be doing shout outs. I'll be doing Q&As for the private group like this where other people won't be involved. So you can ask me any kind of questions and it'll be open for people to actually come live with me. So I'm going to be putting out a whole lot of behind the scenes soon. I'm going to be taping on my new GoPro once I figure out how to use it. So I want to do like action shots and things. I'm going to try it out tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. So I think I'm going to play around with it and do a lot of behind the scenes in my membership group on YouTube. You're going to see things that you won't see on Instagram because I'm trying to separate the two. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Kathia. Hello, Kathia. Iris Lux. Hello. Our Heart's Delight. Hello. If anyone has any questions, ask them. This is a Q&A. I didn't get that many questions. I'm surprised Nikki didn't send me a whole lot of questions. That is very unusual. I think she's probably think I'm tapped out. She probably thinks I'm like tapped out. Very great question, Kathia. I started on the podcast YouTube journey when I started getting really serious as a reseller and I wasn't seeing what I wanted to see in the community. Oh, I have my TV going back there. And I wasn't seeing what I wanted to see. And so I decided just to create content. The YouTube channel came first. And then again, I didn't feel like I had an audience. So I strayed away from YouTube for a year. I started it in January 2019. But by March, I just didn't think there was a place for me. So I stopped at like 30 videos and 130 subscribers. But my Instagram community was growing. So I thought that they would, care more for my attention over there. So I went over there and really just built up. I'm doing or did everything that I'm doing now. And so in April of 2019, I was like, hey, I want to start a podcast and we can talk about that. That's actually, I have some questions of my own to ask the community if anyone has any questions about certain things. But I just decided, why not start a podcast? I have a little bit of knowledge. Every time I learn something, I would put it out there. And I think that it's enough room for everyone. I think everyone should do it, especially if you speak another language or if you think you have a skill set that you haven't seen. If it's something that you want to see, it doesn't matter if it's the business community, if it's your art, if it's like your work community, or if it's the reselling community. I think that everyone has something to offer. we may know the same things, but we're going to come from a different perspective. We may speak a different language. We may have a different group of friends, a different group of community members. So I think that if you want to do something, or if you're passionate about something, and if it keeps coming to your mind, that you should follow through and just do it. And that's what I did. It just kept coming to me. I kept waking up in the middle of the night, but that's how all my ideas come to me. I have dreams, and the dreams that keep coming are the ones that I work towards. So hopefully that answered your question. So Hunter Ryan says, I just got a 4 rating and told shipping needed to be worked on. It was ordered 10/26 and got there 10/29. How do I get a teleporter? I wouldn't worry about it. My whole thing is like, I don't know what platform that was on. Was it on eBay or Poshmark? Really, ratings I don't worry about ratings. Even in the beginning, my first rating, and I love to tell the story, when I first started selling on Poshmark, I was 100% hobby seller. I wasn't really interested in having a business. My husband was a reseller, so it just gave us a hobby that we could, well, it was his business, but it was a hobby to me. And my first review was a 1-star, and the person was right. I threw some shoes in a box and shipped them out. No card, no plastic bag, nothing, because I was a handmade seller who was used to shipping off very lightweight hats in a small poly mailer. So I never take that stuff to heart. If you listen to the podcast, or if you look at the content that I put out there, I don't worry about that stuff. So you got paid. That's all that matters. People in the Poshmark community cannot see anything less than a 5-star. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you're talking about it now, that means you're worried about it. Do a couple more sales. I have so many sales that I could get about 100, 150 below 5 stars, and I would be okay. Hi, Quimby. Hi, Nora. Hi, Wendy. Hello, everyone. Hello. So Quimby says, I want to grow on Instagram. What are your top tips? The biggest tip is engagement, Quimby. You have to just make sure you have a great bio, have all your links in that one clickable link, whether it be your link tree, your campsite, your milkshake, and just have enough information that will draw people to your bio. Then they'll click into your feed just to see who you are. And you have to really think about it. So I would definitely start writing out and planning. I'm not sure if you plan your YouTube content, but if you do, you should start doing the same thing for Instagram. You should sit down, kind of, print out just a blank calendar with, like, we're going into November. Print out a calendar for November. Yes, you work, so you should focus on how much time you can invest in Instagram and what it is you want to tell your community. It should really just be about telling a story. It shouldn't be just like random mishmash of things. If you tell a story, and if you create dialogue, or if you create a post that's going to create engagement, you'll grow. So you want to have a call to action. If you look at any of my posts, no matter what I post, I have a call to action. And the call to action is having the person answer a question, do something, and contribute to the feed some type of way. That's why I always have posts like when I welcome new people, that's why I have posts saying tag your friends, because that's a call to action. You definitely want to have something that will get the community involved. It's all about engagement. Likes and followers aren't important. People see me at like 20,000, almost at 20,100 community members, but I started from 0, just like everyone else. And my growth is just based on my personality. Like I don't buy followers. I don't participate in, follow trains. I don't use bots or anything like that. It's just me showing up, and you can do as little or as much as you want to. That's really what it is. People overthink it. So if you create, like you just put out a post today, how you went to the thrift store with your mom, that should become your post. Or you can start asking the community what they want to see. Stories are your best bet. If you're out with your mom and you're sourcing, do a quick story, take a little, go down take pan on the clothes, take some photos of your mom, tell a story while you're out. If you're grabbing coffee, Torvald doesn't mind being on screen. So the same things, like he comes on to YouTube, bring him on to Instagram and create a story with your stories, create a reel. You don't have to do anything major with a reel. Turn that little 30-second YouTube intro into a Reels. So it's really simple. Chop up your YouTube and create IGTV. I use all of those things. Stories every single day, feed every single day, IGTV twice a week, and Reels between 1 to 3 times a week. Let's see. Let me go. It says, what kind of Spanish lessons did you sign up for? I've been actually taking courses on Udemy. So I signed up for, I'm trying to find my phone. Wait a minute, let me grab my phone. Oh. So I have courses. I signed up for courses on Udemy. I have a couple certifications that I finished, but it's the course. This one is Spanish for Beginners. I signed up for level 1 and level 2, and they were $12 a piece, and they're good for lifetime. So it's interactive. I had actually just kind of started the course just before I got on, and I was like, oh, let me jump online. So, and my daughter's doing Spanish as well, because she just she just became eligible for an internship for next summer in Mexico. So she's learning Spanish, and hopefully we can bounce off each other. Wendy says, I also want to know what course you are taking to learn Spanish. Yes. So it's on Udemy. So Udemy is where I'm taking my courses. I'm going to put it up on the screen. You can do Skillshare. I would say go look for Lori Tata's. It was way up in the group. I have to look for it. I did tell Pamela I will look for it, but it's way up in our group. If you can find, or if somebody could put it in the comments, for 14 days. Lori did have one for two months, but the recent one she sent me was only 14 days. So you can go to Skillshare and get free classes. After the 14 days, you can sign up with another email if you want. But then after that, Skillshare is $99 for the year. If you sign up for Udemy, there are all kinds of courses. There are certified courses. Every course that you complete, you get a certificate from Udemy. Oh, let me see. So you get a certificate of completion from Udemy. This is just from Udemy, but I also have some accredited courses, online coaching, and digital marketing. And I have another one for a nutrition course that I took. So you can sign up as soon as you sign up. And if it's a lot of courses that you're interested in, like if you have $100 budget, maybe sign up for 5 classes. They don't expire, their lifetime. You can give like someone in your house your email to use to take the course as well. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to type Udemy in. Okay, so that's Udemy. It's udemy.com. That's where I took the courses. So you can go in. I don't have an affiliate or anything like that. I could probably do it since I've been talking about it. But I've already I finished 5 courses, and I've signed up for 15 total. So I'm slowly taking those. I have one, how to write a children's book, because I've been wanting to do that. How to teach my own course. I took that, a life coach course. So I like it. And it's slow. You have to take your chance with the teacher. So really look at how many reviews they have and what people are saying, because you want to just definitely make sure. Yes, you're right. Thank you. Yes. Just don't take everything personally. Don't worry about it. Okay. So this gives me a lot to think about, a story. I just throw it whatever I can now. Never plan the thing. Yes, I plan my Instagram. Some people do use like Tailwinds or Trello or anything like that to help post their things. I don't, because everything that I do is strictly organic, because today I may have an idea about something and then tomorrow may change my mind. Some people plan out their post for the week, their content for the week, or some people plan out theirs for the month. That doesn't appeal to me because I can change my mind. Like just today, I went to lunch with a good friend, my friend Pamela. We've been friends. And what if I had already had that scheduled, I couldn't have posted about us meeting and a nice photo of us. So just type out your week, like Nikki. Tell everybody what you did. Nikki's here. Tell everybody what you did for your content. So for all of my content on all my platforms, that is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, And I'm going to start tweeting a little bit more. And I'm also going to start building my LinkedIn in. I'm going to, and you can use the same content. You don't have to do one thing on Facebook. You don't have to do one thing on Instagram. You can use the same thing. As soon as I release a podcast, that gets tweeted to Twitter. Anything that I release, everything goes to Pinterest. So it's really just about like writing it down and having some type of schedule to keep you organized. And that's usually what I do. Let's see. And Udemy down the bottom for people who are just coming on. That's for courses. Hi, Marina. Hi, Lizette. Nora. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Marina says, what platform did you start first after Etsy, eBay or Poshmark? And what others thinks? I started Poshmark first. That was in April of 2016. My sister told me about Poshmark in 2015. I really at the time wasn't thinking about it. She happened to work for a consignment store and that worked for her. But then when I wanted to start reselling and kind of learn and spend more time with my husband, I decided on Poshmark. I actually started on Poshmark and Vinted at the same time. So for people who don't know Vinted, it's not as popular. It's still out there. I don't sell there anymore. I use it to source, Vinted. I just couldn't get I started selling, but I couldn't do both at the same time. So I left Vinted alone and gave all my attention to Poshmark while I was still working. And then when I was ready to leave my job, I opened up 2 eBay stores while still selling on Poshmark. So I had Poshmark and 2 eBay stores, and that's how I was able to save money and set up an emergency fund. I had started a couple bank accounts, and that was how eBay was the platform that brought me home. And then, of course, I love Etsy. That was I sold on there for 8 years. I will definitely be contacting you because I challenge myself, Nora, to really get fluent because I want to be able to talk with the ladies. Even though you ladies talk with me, I want to come on to the Spanish podcast. I want to come on to the Spanish YouTubes. I don't necessarily have to be a part of the group, but also I think it's all about growth. So that's my comfort zone. That's how I'm pushing myself. Just like I push everyone else to step out and do different things, I do the same thing. I cannot talk about anything to anyone if I'm not doing the same thing, if I'm not pushing myself. So I will definitely, and I can't wait to see, I can't wait to see everyone. This pandemic has really been crazy. I was so happy to see Pamela. She has her childhood friend that she's known over 30 years, lives in Delaware. Now, she was 1 hour and 40 minutes away, and they actually drove down here. But just think about it. Like, if to see Pamela, I would have to get on the flight for 5 hours. So she was like, it was a no-brainer. She told me a few weeks ago she was coming. Yesterday, she contacted me and said, can we meet today? And I was like, definitely. Even if I had something to do, I would have rearranged it. So I can't wait to meet so many more people. I definitely want to do that. I'm still keeping it safe because, as I indicated, my stepdaughter and her mother have COVID. Her mother, I believe she's still in the hospital. And so that has touched me. I don't see my stepdaughter. We're not around each other like that, but that just shows me how serious it is. So not only like today, me going out was already like a step. We were in our own distance kind of area with masks and stuff, but I'm definitely not playing around. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, ladies with the Spanish. Yes, I know gracias. Oh gosh. Lizette. Yes, Lizette has the right idea. Everybody with the thumbs up. If anybody has any questions, a lot of people didn't send me questions, so I figured I'd just talk. And Nikki, hey Nikki, Glow Girl Glow. She says, I write mine out in a planner on the monthly view. It's just ideas. Nothing written in stone. This week's posts were actually different from what I planned. But that's the key, Nikki. You're doing exactly what I do because things change. Your feelings change. Your ideas change. Something may change within your business to shift. And so it's okay to change. But at least if today change and you can't remember what you want to do, you can go to the calendar for tomorrow and come up with something. That's the thing that makes it so much fun. You just really just write some ideas down, whether you write them down in a list format or if you write them down on a calendar. And if you are on more than one platform, you can break it down like that. That's what I do. I break it down. So on my calendar, I post on Instagram every single day. So on my calendar, Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Monday, however you look at the calendar, I put down for Instagram every day. Now on the weekends, I may only post 1 or 2 times a day. During the week, I try to post 2 to 5 times a day. It doesn't have to be anything big. Just think about it. So stories, you can start your day off with coffee. You can tell a story. You can steam. You can take photos. That's gone in 24 hours. But that's going to be engagement. Create questions. That brings engagement. Put a poll up. Ask something simple. Do you drink orange juice? I mean, all of that is creating engagement because people are answering. It's the engagement that's growing. It's going to push you up in the algorithm. When you see people on the feed, like on Reels, how Nikki showed Margaret on the feed, that's because she's being active. So everything that you do on Instagram is going to push you up in the algorithm. It's similar to Poshmark. These are platforms that look for and hunger for engagement. So if you share people's posts, that little heart, it's not doing a lot. Honestly, it's the comments, it's the shares, it's the all the feedback that you give on a post. That is what it's engagement. You're talking to each other. So that's why I always start a conversation or again have a call to action. It says, "What's up? My German is like child, but awesome when I drink." Okay, well, you should talk to Margaret about that since she knows the German. I think that's hysterical. So Lizette says, "Everyone, please add your handles so we can share, follow. Please do that. Your handles, that is really important. Everyone should be following each other. I think that's really important." Tasha, hello. I had a couple questions. What do I do with them? Okay. So the Udemy on the bottom is for courses. I was showing that I have a couple certificates for some courses that I took. I was actually going to do videos about those later, but so far I have 3 here and I have some more that I have to print out. As soon as you finish a course, you instantly get this certificate. And it just says, "This certifies that Leslie Tucker successfully completed," and however many hours that particular course is. This particular course is 1.5 hours, but it's breaking down into, it's not like 1.5 hours straight through. It's just broken down into modules. And then I have a couple more, a 3.5, a 3 hour. And these are my actual certifications. I have a couple more coming. So it's, great to take some classes. And definitely update yourself. Yes, definitely. We always do this, Marina, so that people can keep in touch. It says listing and listening. Got to meet my listing goals. Yes, definitely. And I don't list a lot. That is so funny. I'm actually, because I use List Perfectly now. So I'm going to ask everybody some questions. I'm going to answer the 2 questions that came my way, and then I'm going to ask everyone some questions. But if you use whether it be List Perfectly, Vendu, or you have someone listing for you, this is the perfect time to cross list. We're in Q4. If you have new with tag items, if you have not been selling on a different platform, give it a try. It doesn't hurt. I'm using List Perfectly right now, so I figured, you know what? Let me list some stuff onto eBay. By the end of the year, I'll reevaluate. Every December, I always reevaluate. I'm selling on because in January, I think I was only on 3 platforms. Now I'm selling I have 2 Etsy stores. I sell on Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and I just started listing some stuff on eBay. But that doesn't mean I'll stop. I'm starting. I will December, the last week in December, I delete stuff. I take items out that I know that I don't want to sell. I'm a Jomar affiliate, so I get a lot of things from them. But that does not mean I need to sell them just because I get them. That would be some stuff that I give to my daughter, or I'll give some things away to an organization. I like to scale it down. I don't like a lot of stuff. I don't have enough room for inventory. Plus, I want to do other businesses, so I don't want to be bogged down by too much stuff. Yes, Lizette says, team lists perfectly. It says, I'm leaning on a wall of about 100 pair of jeans about to start shooting. Wow, that's crazy. Hello, Resell Queen. Yeah, that's a lot of jeans. I stopped selling jeans. I haven't sold any denim in a while. Let me actually correct that. The only denim that I sell is in my handmade Etsy store where I've painted or I've bleached or I've tie-dyed jeans. I actually sold several pair last week. The weather's changing, so people are buying, So don't forget, you can distress, you can create some sustainable fashion. You don't just have to sell jeans because not every brand sells. And if you get stuck, you can come up with different ideas. Okay. Nikki says, I love selling jeans. Very easy to photograph. Jeans are always, to me, jeans and pants. Next week, when I'm off of my staycation, that'll start Monday. I'm still working this week, but I'm not taking any photos. I haven't listed anything. I'm just cross-listing. No, I am listing things that are sitting in my drafts. So I'm not taking any photos like I normally do. When I get up in the morning and I make my coffee, I am not taking any photos. I've done nothing. So next week I have all this vintage stuff I have to take photos of. I have so much stuff that I need to do. So I have a huge bag that's going to get dyed. That's really great idea. It doesn't hurt to do it. My friend Ty, who was Lux Huntress, she sent me a message. She says, girl, I didn't know you were tie-dyeing. I have all this white stuff. I'm gonna send you all this white stuff. And she sent me all this great name brand stuff. I have like Topshop, I have Zara. She sent me so many great things that I tie-dyed them all. I haven't listed them all. I have a lot of great things. I would show you, but it's so much. Oh, like this right here is what's this called? This is We the Free, this great top that I tie-dyed. I love tie-dye. So I took everything that she gave me and I tie-dyed. You can't really see it. It's so much fun stuff that she gave me. And normally I don't list tie-dye stuff on Poshmark, but because all this stuff is name brand stuff, I'm going to list it. So Marina says, I just started on Mercari, but I have a few questions about it. Who can help? I sell on Mercari. I love Mercari. I make more sales on Mercari than I do on Poshmark or eBay. So ask away. I can help you with that. I have a video on shipping, how to ship on Mercari, how to edit your shipping label to print it on your Rolo. So any questions you have, I could probably help you. If it's over 15 ounces, I ship on my own. You can use PayPal or Pirate Ship. There's a lot of information that I can provide with you. The things that I think should sell on Poshmark, sell on Mercari. So I can help you with that. And we'll get to that in a minute. Let me finish asking. Let me go to the questions that I have that's the community asked me. So if I can find them. Oh, no, that is crazy. Okay, so playing with Gina. I don't know if Gina's here. Can you discuss how important is sharing and parties on Poshmark if they really matter? So I want you guys to answer that. How important is sharing and parties to you? For me, I definitely share on parties. I share on all the parties that I have items for. The Zara Converse party is my biggest party because I have all kinds of Converse, all kinds of Vans. I have Vince Camuto. I have Steve, what is it? I could have Steve Madden. I have Sam. So I have all of that stuff that I share. I don't have any makeup. I don't have any home. I have men's stuff, very little, but I share for the men's. I share for, today I shared my Free People bralettes. They sell. They're almost gone. So I would definitely say, share for parties. It's up to you for all the other sharing. I don't share a lot and I still make sales. I don't make as many sales as I used to. Poshmark, I used to make a lot of money on Poshmark every week, but it's definitely slowed down. It's definitely saturated. The algorithm is definitely getting kind of weird, but I don't, and I still make sales. But the other reason I don't, because Poshmark's not my main platform. If Poshmark was my main platform, I would give it probably all the attention, but because I do make sales, so all I have to do is cross list or I have stuff sitting in drafts. So I might list 2 things a day, and I might share my closet once a day. I have about 400 items I share once a day, and I get about 2 sales a day. But then I have Macari, where I could probably make 5 sales a day. I make tons of sales on my eBay stores. I mean, not my eBay stores, my Etsy stores, which have just always brought me so much joy. And I love the fact that Etsy's still something that's a part of my life. Okay, Marina says, question to Leslie, what brand of paint do you like most for tie-dye? I have a project for Converse sneakers. Well, it's actually dye, and I use RIT dye, R-I-T, and that's what I use on sneakers. I actually have several pairs of sneakers that I have tie-dye, and I've sold a few pair. Lizette has that's a painted one, but I've sold tons of tie-dye sneakers. In my Poshmark store, you'll see a ton. I bought a box of Vans and Converse from Jomar, and it was a ton of white in there. So I took all the white sneakers and I tie-dyed them. So they're in there now. But I use RIT dye. You can get dye kits, but RIT dye, if you go to like Walmart or Amazon or somewhere like that, you can get bottles. On Amazon, they're starting to gouge their prices. So I get mine directly from RIT now because I buy it wholesale. You're welcome. Amanda, hello. I sell activewear, and when the party happens, I get a lot of shares, and I do get sales from parties. It definitely, and a good trick for parties, especially, I did it before I even used any type of cross-listing platform. I only started cross-listing in September. So just before a party, I would relist the relevant items. So if I had Converse in my store, I would relist them and then share them to the party and would make sales. So if you have a cross-listing platform that you use, or if you have older items and you're using the copy listing feature, if you have items over 60 days that are relevant to the parties, consider listing new items that are relevant to the parties, and consider relisting items and sharing those. You'll definitely get sales, because it could be items that have been sitting, and then you go to share them. They've been sitting around with 20 likes, on there. Share that, relist those things, and watch you get some sales. Hi, Rhonda. So sharing to the parties is great, especially the night party. And I very rarely share to the night party. By then I'm tired, but I do hear people say to the night party. Now, if I'm up, I'll actually share after midnight, just normally to my feed, and that's how I get sales. Another way to get sales, and Patricia's not here, but she'll tell you, I like to share my closet in the morning. So if you share, like when my daughter used to go to school, I would share at 6. So now I share between like 7 and 9 in the morning, and then I'll get some sales for people who may be going off to work, or who have an early day, or have a couple minutes to sit down with their coffee and check out Poshmark. So early morning sharing works out well. And then if you are on the East Coast and you're up, share after midnight. For the people who are on the West Coast, definitely look at your time, Central Time, Mountain Time, all that. Think about, aside from where we live, who else is behind you, and it's still 3 hours. So when it's midnight here, it's only 12 o'clock in California. So think about that as well. It says sharing regular. I do every second, not doing other things, but don't do the parties. You don't have to share that much. I don't believe the hype, because I've been on Poshmark for 4.5 years. I don't believe the hype that you have to share your closet 20 times. Even when I used to have 1,200 items in my closet, I would sit and just share my whole closet probably 3 times a day. You can do it if you break it down by categories. But now, if I share my closet once a day, that's fine for me. It's all about what people are looking for, honestly. People pay for someone to share their closet. That's not a desire that I have. To me, Poshmark is not worth paying somebody, but everybody has a different story to tell, because Poshmark's not my business model, and Poshmark is not my main. That's just a piece of my business. So everyone has something different. And my thing is, if I'm not seeing 100 sales in a month, I'm not paying money. So that's just me. Nothing against the people who do pay someone to share. But I just never thought for reselling to, now my other business, my computer stuff, I pay somebody to help me figure out this GoPro. Like, look at my new GoPro. I got it for like videos and action shots and stuff like that. I still will be using my nice phone, but I got the GoPro because I really want to do some different things. And I want a front-facing camera, and I want to start taking my YouTube channel to the next level, totally beyond reselling, just incorporating a whole lot of other things, day in the life and stuff like that. Uh-oh, that buzz. That was weird. I think I just made a sell on Etsy. So I'm always get distracted. Etsy, I get more sales on Etsy than anything else. So when that thing goes, wait a minute. Hello, Rhonda. Let me see. Okay. So I am wanting to do some shoes. So I need to take a look at your store. Yes, definitely shoes. My husband has like 1,000 pair of shoes, and I have a ton of shoes. That's my biggest thing. Last year, this time, I was slowly taking things out of my Poshmark closet. Last October, so a year ago, I had 1,200 items in my Poshmark store, and I decided that I really didn't want to sell like a lot of clothes and everything. So I purged everything out of there. A lot of that stuff I actually just sent to ThredUp. Thank you, Terry, for that super chat. Thank you so much. Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So for the people who don't know, I have recently become monetized. I'm heading into my second week. Sunday will be my second week monetized. So now I am eligible for super chats. All donations are welcome, but that helps me. I also have a membership that I just became eligible for. Quimby, that should be something you should look into and see if you can put the join button on there. They told me 30,000 subscribers, but the next thing I know, it was there. I was getting an email saying, so I have a membership. The lowest, it's like $2.99 a month, and then the highest is $24.99 a month. So for $2.99, you get like shout outs and all kinds. You get like behind the scenes. I'm going to just be throwing random videos. I'll be coming on live and talking to you guys. I may be in my kitchen cooking. Then you get a shout out for the next level, and you get the behind the scenes. And then the next level, you'll get personal Q&As like this, where you can come in and just ask me all kinds of questions. Plus you get the shout outs and the behind the scenes. And then you get to go live. I'll have like 10 people. I'm going to try to have, as it builds up, 10 people a month, because I can have 10 people on my StreamYard, and you'll be in the video with me, and we'll just have a great time. We'll do the Brady Bunch or something. And so you get all the other tiers. So that's the membership group. Hey, Brittany, what's going on, friend? And so if you're interested in joining my membership, just click that join. You can only join from the desktop or an Android phone, or you can go into Safari on your tablet or whatever. Thank you, Nora. I love you. So it says, yes, I would. So Quimby, you should definitely activate it, because it's already like, you never know. Like you're already doing your 5 o'clock lives. I don't know what else you would want to do because you are working, but you can figure it out. It's like from simple to big stuff. Like I do all kinds of bloopers. Like if you're making videos already, so instead of when you edit your video, you can just take and put all those bloopers together, and that could be something that your group would see, that you're like a real person making all these mistakes and stuff. Hey, Terry Tucker, what's going on? That's my sister-in-law, friends. And so you can do that, or you can do whatever feels good to you. It has to be approved by YouTube anyway. So I would definitely say, because like every little bit helps, but you're also creating another community, because I have a huge community on Instagram. So now I'm creating, in addition to Instagram, a community here on YouTube. So we're going to have fun. I'm going to be bringing people on. So, and I'm actually going to be throwing in some surprises. The levels that I have, they're there, and as long as I stay within YouTube's parameters, because I want to have people on, because like right now Terry's a member of my group. She can come in and we can talk, and I can go live randomly. So it's going to be so much fun to do that. But thank you so much, Nora. You already know how much I love you. So okay, just making sure I'm not missing anything. Hello everyone who's just joining. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so that was the first question. And then the second question I had was, it says, do I go sourcing? So this is my bucket list. She's not on here. Do I go sourcing with my husband? Of course, that's what started it all. That was the goal. Not as much now, because I don't really source that much. I'm being very cautious with everything that's going on. But that was how our whole my whole reselling started. My husband he was reselling when I met him. And I said to him, you know what? You're retired. I'm working. We're passing. What can we do together? Teach me how to resell. And for us, it was fun because we were already going to the bins, the Goodwill outlet. When I first met him, that was like one of our dates. You know, he was like, oh, I wanted to show you this place. And he took me to the Goodwill. And then in the 15 minutes from where we live, a store opened up 8 years ago. So I've been in Delaware for 8 years. So we walked into that store brand new. So we've been going the bins have been a part of our life. Before 3 years before I even started reselling, we were going to the bins. Our girls would get carts and stuff like that. And so I was a lunch lady. So on holidays and in the summer, Thomas and I would go, or when I got off early, that's where we would go, and we would go sourcing. So that is definitely like date for us. I always knew that we would either have breakfast before and go or have lunch after and go. So what about your Facebook group? Is it on monthly paid basis as well? My Facebook group is free, and I'm actually revamping that. Since I've been on my staycation, I've been writing down some goals and some things that I want to accomplish. I think I'm going to put that on hold until the first of the year because my focus has changed what I want to do with it. But that Facebook group, Leslie's A Reseller's Passion Masterclass, that doesn't cost any money. That's just a place for like women to come in where we can do some lives, and I can come in and I'll be doing lives like this. I'll be inviting people in, but I think I'm going to hold off because I have a whole new idea for that. And I felt like I was kind of rushing it anyway, even though I did create this actual group in February 2020. So I'm definitely just going to take my time, but it doesn't cost any money to join that. Okay. So I have questions for everyone. So I already know that some people sell on, So Hunter Ryan says, bloopers are known as my entire videos. Listen, I don't do a whole lot of editing. So for some people, that's why, like, one of the funny things is I'm monetized and I have like 1,290 subscribers, but I don't have a lot of views on because I don't do a lot that everyone else is doing. So it always amazes me that people still watch me, and I'm just regular and organic. I don't have time to edit. I'm not really interested in how pretty, like I did change the aesthetic of my YouTube, but I don't want to be in there going, having to piece all this together. So what I do intentionally, like my latest video, I don't know if you've seen it, everyone, but I know Nikki saw it, but the latest video is I actually did a video on what's been selling for me on my vintage Etsy store, because people are always asking me what's selling. So I figured I would do, Jerry, you're funny. You already know how cheap your brother is. That's okay. I went along with it and I end up marrying him. So, but I like to, so with the video that I just did, I actually broke it up in snippets. So I would talk about one thing, and then I have a clicker that I use for people who use a tripod. I take my clicker, and as soon as I'm finished talking about one subject, I click it, then I go and I start the next video, and I just piece that together. Sometimes you can hear me clicking, but I don't cut up videos. So I intentionally, nope, I very little, unless you see my hand or something weird like that. It is how it is. And then I just take the pictures and I put them on, I don't use iMovies, only because I had already paid for another platform before I bought my MacBook. So, yes, thank you. Somebody got that. Yay. Okay, so let's see. So that gives me more time to get my presentation together. Yes, I'll tell you, but I'm going to be making an announcement because I have somebody for next week. I have some other ideas, and you know me, that I really want to think it through and figure out what direction I want to go in. So because I have so many other things that I want to do, that's why I took off also, because I wanted my mind to kind of, my brain to relax. I wanted to just kind of like meditate on some of the things that I'm trying to do. So that's really that. Okay, it says, do your children have any reselling platforms? Yes. So while they were in high school, our two teenagers, we have a blended family. So we have, Thomas has an 18-year-old and I have an 18-year-old. When they were 15, 16, 17, they actually were selling on Poshmark. They were selling shoes. My daughter, and she would help me share. And when she helped me share, I would buy her clothes. And then I was like, hey, start your own closet. She still has her own closet. When she wants to make some extra money, she does have a job. They both have jobs. But when they have extra money, they will use that platform. They'll go, and that's how they instead of going to Plato's Closet, because Plato's wasn't taking their stuff. And I told them to stop going to Plato's and open up Poshmark stores. And that's actually better. They make way more money. I know I blocked that person already. So that's what, yes, you timed them out. That's what my moderators are for. I was like, oh, I have some moderators, but yes, that's why we got the moderators in there. The people with the wrenches, the blue wrenches, that's the moderators. They see the bad people coming. But I hear you've made it when you have a spammer, because I get spammers on my videos too. So I hear that you've arrived. I don't know. So, and then my daughter, Stacy, if you go to my YouTube channel, a couple videos ago, Stacy was on with me last week. She's Peach Boutique on Poshmark. You can find her on Instagram, Peach as like the fruit, Buteeq, if anybody wants to put that in the comments. So Stacy is currently a full-time Poshmark. She sells on Poshmark, and she has a couple YouTube videos and things like that. Yeah, the spammers. Okay, so who sells on eBay? How's it going? And what are your challenges? Somebody here, somebody else can answer eBay questions. I just started putting some stuff on. I sold for 2 years and then I let my eBay stores go. A lot has changed since I was an active eBay seller. So I can't help you a lot with eBay, but I'm sure there are people who are here that can help you. I'll put your comment up on the screen and then someone can comment and help you with that. How are people's Poshmark sales? Things have been going kind of slow from what I understand. Some people get consistent sales and some people don't, but I'm curious as to how much have your Poshmark sales going down? Are you lowering your prices to make the sales, or are you, my cell is going in and out. I was saying, like, Wendy, don't leave me. It says, yes. So I know you sell on eBay for 9 years. So Quimby sells on eBay. So if you guys have any, like, I'm putting it out there. If you have any eBay questions, so by Quimby, if you don't follow the Grateful Queen is Quimby. Definitely check out her YouTube channel. She is on Instagram. But every Friday night, Quimby put it down there. If you're going live tomorrow, it started off, she used to do like a haul, but the community kind of took over. So it becomes like more of a question and answer segment. It's like a round table. It's like coffee with a friend. And that's what I like about going to Quimby's lives. I could just sit there, share my closet. I can crochet or something. And it's really just like listening to friends talk to you. So definitely check out the Grateful Queen. Glow Girl Glow. Nikki just started a YouTube channel. I'm waiting for the next video, so go check her out. Subscribe, leave comments. If you subscribe, leave comments, the thumbs up, that all means something to the people who are creating YouTube content. That pushes them up into the algorithm, and that tells YouTube you want to see their content so that you can start appearing. We can start appearing on the front of YouTube. So when people go into YouTube, they'll see us, they'll see me, they'll see Quimby, they'll see all the people who are producing YouTube content, they'll see Rhonda. And so we want to support each other in these ventures. There's enough for everybody, so don't be shy. So Quimby says, yup, live every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, Reseller Community Night. If you're on the East Coast, that's 8 p.m. And the best way to check it out is to set a reminder. For the first couple of months, I was missing them, and I didn't realize I hadn't set a reminder. But setting a reminder, it will definitely remind you a half hour before, and when she goes live, it will remind you of that. My Posh has been doing great. I changed my pricing strategy to list a minimum and still have my 5 items for 15% discount. And I have at least 100 days since. That is beautiful. That's the beautiful thing. I think everybody needs to play around, because what works for one person doesn't work for someone else. And I think you have to play around and create a strategy, because what works now won't work for your business in a few weeks or in the beginning of the year. We are living in a pandemic. You're going to have people who are spending, but then you're not going to have people who are spending. So we have to think about that. If you want to have some consistent sales, consider going to Mercari or eBay as well. If your sales are slow, believe me, Poshmark is my bae. Etsy first. Etsy's always going to be first, and then Poshmark is second. But I can't live off of Poshmark, so I have to go where the money is. And right now, my two eBay, I keep saying eBay, my two Etsy stores are kicking butt, and Mercari is third behind them. So I have to go where the money is leading me. So if Poshmark is slow, and you're doing, and this counts for at least 50% of your income, you probably should start thinking about what can you change about Poshmark, looking at your prices, looking at your description, looking at your photos. If you're not making sales, something is going on. There's a disconnect somewhere. So reevaluate and start another business, which would be another platform. So I have to be more consistent with eBay. Well, you work full time too, Nikki. So there's only so much you can do in a day. Like I just saw in your stories how you were just ending work like last night, how you had that long day. So that is like understandable. Just do what you can do. My thing, the thing that you can do is you already have my ebook. So I talk about batching, like literally whatever your day off is, take 2 hours. You want to spend the rest of the day with your family, but take that 2 hours. You've already gone sourcing for the week. Say, for instance, you went sourcing on Saturday. You come home, you're done. Leave that stuff alone. Get up early Sunday. If you don't go to church or whatever, do your meditation, your exercise or whatever, come grab your stuff, take about 30, 40 photos, bam, bam, bam. Then you have your photos in your phone. Throw all that in your drafts. That's what I love about, I don't know, I think Poshmark is only 50. Etsy, I can put like 100 drafts in there. So I have handmade stuff, I have vintage stuff, and then for Poshmark, I'll throw some stuff in my Poshmark app. And normally what I do also is I can also just download that stuff into Mercari if I want to, or I can just go the cross-listing route. So come up with some techniques that you can do something like, you're on your lunch break, you can list 5. This is what I wrote in the ebook. So don't overwhelm yourself, especially if you're working. You have a job. Don't stress yourself. And that's for anybody. So it says, I have 4 eBay stores. Sales are great. It's the learning curve on new rules for managed payments. Yes, I don't have managed payments yet because I literally just started listing again on eBay last week. So I'm kind of playing around with everything that they need in the listing. That is totally new because when I started selling on eBay 2 years ago, a lot of that stuff they didn't need. So I'm just going in and really paying attention to my listings, and then I'm putting in what it's asking me for. So I'm currently up to like 60 listings. It's not a big deal to me because I'm just using List Perfectly. Man, it drops it in there and I just have to do a couple little tinkering with it. Hey, Christy Blocker, what is going on, friend? You guys you're on a curfew in Philly. They messing around with my city over there. Party on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Yes, indeedy. Hey, Daniela, I see you. Yes, check out Daniela, Thrifters Villa. Daniela, who is Ivy and Blush Bottega, and my good friend Lori. Lori is Boston Found. They are the co-host, Thrifters Villa. Daniela also has a YouTube channel. You can find her under her name, which is right there, and also Chronicles of a Reseller if you type it in the search bar. We should be supporting each other. We should be supporting. Try to watch a little bit. The watch time is really important. Commenting, thumbs up, all that's important. Hello, Roxy. Let's see. Yes, definitely break up your tasks. That's how we overwhelm ourselves. We try to do too much. I'm waiting for Daniela to come out with her book because she gets like so much done in a day. Like she'll text me and be like, yeah, I'm doing this. So I'm doing that. I worked all day. Now I'm coming home. She's the queen of getting like that batching and things done because she's an essential worker. So she's working like a 9 to whatever. I don't even think it's 9 to 5. What are your hours, Daniela? And then she still comes home and works. Let's see. So they bought liquidation pallets. One is for broken items. Second for liquidated. Third, controversial or adult items. Fourth, vintage items. Sounds good to me. My book. And Daniela says she finally has a VA. That is, let's be real. That's my joke, but that's like it's a possibility. Sometimes when I put things in your head, Daniela, right? Yes, sometimes. Yes, Daniela is definitely goals. Even for me, I just definitely on the days that she sends me a text, I can see her little bubbles coming in when she's texting me, and I'm like, okay, what's she gonna say? You know, sometimes she'll just say, hey, how you doing? And then it'll keep on going. So okay, so everybody's Poshmark sells. Who's selling on Mercari? And the other question I had, I know Margaret was here. I haven't seen her comment lately. Who is sending items into ThreadUp? Why are you sending items? And how's it going for the people who are sending items? And unfortunately, you can't, if you don't have any labels right now, they're not releasing anything because they're overwhelmed. I don't want to hear about the controversy though, because ThreadUp, it's their business, so they can do whatever they want. All I want to know is if you're selling on, hey, Nick, how you doing? Nick is Mr. Styles. He's married to our girl, Sarah, from Sarah Styles, LLC. How you doing, Nick? Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate it. Wait, Margaret. Okay, Margaret, she says, I'm here just eating my fake bacon. What is considered fake bacon? Because I eat turkey bacon because I don't eat pork, and I'm staying away from as much beef as I can. I just had a wonderful Impossible Burger from TGI Fridays when I met up with my friend Pamela. You know what? It's a good thing I wasn't drinking anything. Speaking of that, let me grab my water. Oh my gosh. So Daniela says, I don't sleep much. My brain never stops. It's a problem. I have the same issue, Daniela. I really do. That's why I put myself on a staycation, but not totally from work, but just to kind of relax, you know. Daniela, did you see it? Look how pretty. I had to get a little case, and I have like covers because knowing me, I've been and dropped it, you know, did something. So it has a little silicone case, and it has a little stand. Look, I got the GoPro. I wasn't going crazy with all the attachments that it had. So Amazon is your friend, you know. So I can't wait to play with this tomorrow. I kind of played with it today. I got to watch a couple more videos because some people talk too fast and I can't keep up. my brain. Okay, so Brittany says, I sell on Mercari, but I only get a few sales here and there. Not sure why it's slow. What are you selling? What are your prices? What is your shipping? You got to think about all those things. And the cool thing about Mercari is they're telling you what things to list. Are you listing some of the suggested things that they ask you to list? Like this week, it's like, well, they go back and forth. Electronics are always going to sell. So if you have old cell phones, all that stuff sells. I'm about to sell tomorrow. I'm about to list a camera. I just sold, when I upgraded my tablet, I got a new when I got a new iPad Air, I didn't realize that it was a little bit bigger. It was literally a half an inch bigger than the other one. So I end up selling the other iPad to my daughter. Yes, I sold it to my 18-year-old daughter. And so my iPad was bigger. So I had a keyboard. So I sold that keyboard last week on Mercari. I listed it. And I got the same amount of money I paid for it on Amazon. So that was pretty cool. So I have a couple of things. I have cases and a couple things from my old iPad. My daughter bought me like this phone charger thing that I don't even use. I'm going to be selling that. I was in my drawer today looking for something. I found a great case, a wallet, phone case that I only use once on my 8 Plus. So it's things you can go through your house and find. I sell all kinds of, because I used to bake all the time. I've sold pans. I've sold a cookie press. So I would go through once a month. I go through drawers. I focus on a room and I go through the drawers and I look at everything. I give some stuff away, and then that other stuff I sell on Mercari. So it doesn't have to just be clothes or whatever. It's my in between Poshmark and eBay, because on Poshmark, I only sell clothes. I don't have any home goods or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to go to Rhonda says, I sent 21 items. They accepted 100%. I've sold 13. That is fantastic. And Rhonda, Brunch with Diva, please check her out. She specializes in plus size. So I know they took 100% because they're looking for that stuff. If you sell maternity and you can't get rid of it on Poshmark, I will tell you, I sent in some maternity stuff. They took 100% of that. Half the box was maternity, and then half the box was some other stuff. And they took all the maternity. It was dresses and stuff, Thomas. And I didn't pay anything for the dresses. He came home with a bag of stuff once, and he was like, go through it because I'm getting rid of it. I'm like, man, it's maternity dresses and stuff. And I sent all that to ThreadUp, and they took all of that, and all that stuff has like sold. I just, they have 3 bags of mine left. I sent them boxes. I sent them 15 boxes, and they have 3 left. And I'll just cash my money in, and I don't want any of that stuff back. For me, ThreadUp is just a place to send it. So I think that's awesome. Let's see. I saw something up here. Okay, there it is. So it says, it's been a week now waiting on my last expedited kit to process. I'm getting nervous, not sending it in more just yet. Yeah, I think we should start slowing it down just because they are backed up. If you look at some of the messages, they're really, really backed up because a lot of what's going on is unexpected. They weren't that type of business. They weren't ready for what was happening. If the pandemic hadn't hit, of course, this wouldn't be happening. So it's up to you, but whatever your expectations were with ThreadUp going through, they're experiencing a lot of challenges. You got to remember, you as one person, imagine what you go through. You lose stuff. You might be slow. You might get sick. Imagine what's happening at a factory where there's a lot of people around. So they probably have people getting sick. There's things that slow down, and we want stuff right now. We don't want to hear bad news. We don't want to have any challenges. It's their business, and they're probably struggling and very overwhelmed. You're sending stuff in. It's not like you're paying them, So be patient or don't send your stuff. It's just going to get like that. I sell on Mercari, but I only get about 1 sale every 3 weeks. Wow. What kind of stuff are you selling there? Oh, yes. So that's definitely fake bacon. The Morning Star, which is all the plant-based. At least I can say I do dabble in the turkey bacon. Oh my gosh. I have a second 200-pound box order coming on Monday. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yay, Rhonda, I'm about to send some goodies to them myself. Congratulations on having all your items accepted. That actually surprised me too. My last 2 boxes, they took 100%. And then 1 box, they took 75%. But again, my stuff, I tell people, because they're like, you don't want that stuff back? No, I was about to send all that stuff to some organizations and to Goodwill. And then I had Melissa, who is Vandy's Closet, on here, and she told me a little bit about it. So I actually grabbed that stuff before Thomas could take it to some of the donation sites. And then I went through everything in box. I printed out my labels and I boxed it up. I was like, well, let me get a little bit of something, but I don't want to see any of that stuff again. I got money for what they took. They took more stuff than I anticipated them to take. I got the money. I don't want that stuff back. That's just adding to, I don't source like that. That's not my business model. But for the people who do it, I think it's a beautiful thing. But people should not get upset if it gets slow because they're getting overwhelmed. Okay, wait a minute. There's a couple things coming in really quick. It says, just went vegetarian. Yeah, I'm not going vegetarian, but I do like some of that Impossible Burger and stuff. I'm going like real slow. It says, Danielle says, I can't wait for my knockoff to come in. Like, I can't wait because I was really surprised. Did Lori tell you that her friend found the GoPro in the bag? She tried to give Lori the bag at the thrift store, and Lori was like, no, take it for your kids. And when she got it home, she found a GoPro in it. So Lori said to me that she wanted a GoPro. She could just tell as soon as I make a video about it and I learn it, tell her how much I like it. I already like it. I just, with technology, you guys think I'm savvy, but I'm not. It takes me about 3 to 4 months to really get a handle of something. Like, I'm just getting to know YouTube, and there's still so much to learn. Chrissy says, I just listed a bunch of Nikes on Posh last night, and now I'm going to cross list. There you go. That's how you do it. And that's how I do it. I don't like, sometimes if I feel like it, if I list something, I might just cross list it at that time, but then I'll go in the next day, the next couple of days. And that's what I've been doing. Like, I'm literally not listing anything until next week. Monday will start my whole new week off. But from like tomorrow, I have a doctor's appointment. I'll come home and I'll just cross list, and I'll use some of the items that are already in my drafts. and list those, but I'm going to cross list. Like I'll cross list from Etsy to Depop, and I'll cross list from, I have a Shopify store that I'm going to be cross listing some of those tie-dye items into my Etsy store. So that's cross listing some stuff from Poshmark to Mercari, and then throwing about 40 more items onto eBay. I only want to get up to 100 right now. I don't want to overwhelm myself because I never sold all the same stuff. It says, unfortunately, my reselling business is getting the back seat. Work has been ridiculously long. When I get home, I still have the homework. Oh my gosh. I list to the party and that's it. I'm pretty sure like I would be beat too. I'm tired just thinking about it. Roxy says, I sell mostly on Poshmark, going to start Mercari soon. Start Mercari now. It's like, I'm just playing. Roxanne. Oh, wait. We are drinking now. Do you want a chest holder? I have too many because I use GoPro. Nice. That is awesome. No, not yet. I'm not even that into it. I got to figure out how to work it first. I got to figure out. I figure out how to turn it on, put my battery in, charge it. I got that. It's attached to I have the app. All that's ready to go. And so that's where I'm at right now. I already have an external mic that I could use if I want to. So I have to figure out, I bought it specifically so I can do like some better quality videos or whatever, because I did a lot of research, because I bought it with YouTube in mind, but I can do action stuff. I can be outside. I can do a little bit more than my phone allows me to do. So we'll see. I'm going to play around with it. I hear good things. Okay, so then Glow Girl, I feel you on that core. That's why I got a VA. The last 2 nights, I don't have to worry about listing and can work on other projects, but I have waited almost 2 years. Yes, speak to that, Daniela. 2 years, you hear that? That's like even the stuff that we buy. Like Daniela has a new phone coming. How long did it take you before you upgraded to a phone? We have to earn that stuff, you know, making the money, put the money in the bank, making sure that we can spend that money on our business, just put it right back into our business. So I love the fact that she said it took her, I already know her situation, but I love the fact that she shared that it took her 2 years, you know. Physical therapy for Roxanne. Yes. I only suggest doing it if you are running a profitable business. See, that's the follow-up, and can afford to do it with your reselling profits. Did you hear that? Your reselling profits or your business profits. And that's profits. That is money made. You know, after you pay the bills, after you source or whatever, that is money made, profit. I love it. But that's my humble opinion. I love it. My opinion as well. So, so Brittany says, nope, it's just clothing, shoes, and accessories. I don't do free shipping or anything. Maybe that's it. But pricing is reasonable at 10% to 20% above what I expect to get according to comps. I would just play around with it. On Mercari, I do offer free shipping, but I also escalate my price. I do the same thing on Poshmark. My price on Poshmark is like if somebody sends me a $15 offer less than $15 less than it's already built in, I'm going to automatically accept that. There's going to be no argument. If I have something priced at $65 and they offer me $20 less, I'm going to accept that. The price on Poshmark or the price on Mercari is for the buyer. It's not for me. I already know what I'm going to accept. So you have to figure out, like, it could be something going on there. But I do charge, even in my Etsy store, I charge for some stuff. I don't. Like, I just sent out a pair of boots. I knew the shipping would be crazy, so I charged them $15 for the boots. So they paid me the $75 plus the $15 for the boots because they were heavy and neck, because that was a medium, flat rate that I had to pay. Yes, definitely. Yes, let's do the thumbs up. Here we go. Let's see. It says, very true. Don't go into debt. Yes, you definitely want to make some money. Don't look at what other people are doing. You don't know everyone's story. It took them a while to get where they're going. Like me, my story, I'm not even where I want to be. I'm not even close to where I want to be. But I do it took me a long time to treat myself to stuff. I have to actually give myself permission. I have to say, Leslie, you're working your business. You're making money. You're making progress. I give you permission to go and buy some toys. And then it's, I write it off for taxes or whatever, but I give myself permission to do it because I don't buy anything else. I don't like shopping. I don't like buying like expensive clothes or anything like that. Like I went to lunch today with Pamela. I had on a Target shirt, Converse, and I had on Walmart jeans. It looks, hey, it doesn't take a lot for me. So Margaret says, my plus size and maternity sell quick on ThreadUp, not for much, but I got it at the bin, so that's fine. Yes. It says, my ThreadUp bag is backlogged. Is everyone else waiting like 13 weeks? Normally, unless you've got expedited, it is usually 11 to 15 weeks. So that's not a surprise. It's some stuff that I sent back in May. So I'm not surprised. And again, I didn't care. So when I see like they just processed 3 of my bags yesterday, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Hey, so don't expect your ThreadUp boxes to process quickly. They are just getting some boxes from my March and April. Even with like some expedited, like I did just to try it out, just to see. My first expedited box expedited quickly, and then my second expedited box didn't, but they sent me a message and said, we're not going to be able to expedite it, and they didn't charge me for anything. And that was like weeks ago. That was like in July. So right now, that's not my business. I'm not sending stuff in with the intention of, I'm like, oh, good. So now I can cash it out. That's just really where I'm at with that. Okay. Dusty leather and lace. Hey, Kelly, I'm enjoying learning about selling vintage. Vintage has been my jam in the last couple of months. I was pleasantly surprised to have 2 vintage dresses sell on eBay this week. That is beautiful. I put a couple vintage bags, but Etsy is my go-to. I've been making sales like crazy on Etsy. And I don't want to move too much stuff around. So that's the thing for me. I try to stay with those platforms, but I think it's great. I already know that vintage sells on eBay because that's where I kind of started 2 years ago. And then when I closed my eBay stores down, that was the inventory that I had to open up my Etsy store. So next month will be a year. And so from November to February, I probably only sold about 10 things. But since then, I've sold up to about 50 items, and more things are gone. But they're quality items that are selling for good prices too. Like the boots that the dress I just sold for $90. If you watch my last YouTube video, I show you what's been selling for me on, and it's not like a what sold. I do kind of talk about some of the prices, but people have been asking me. So I talk about records and thermoses and lunch boxes and wallets. I show probably about 20 of my good sales that I've had. Somebody asked you, wait a minute. Daniela's got a lot going on. Okay, so that I already did that. Okay, Marina says, good to have a VA, Daniela, but not for part-timers for sure. What do you use if not a secret? Daniela is a part-timer. She works a full-time job. So, but then again, she runs her business full-time because she doesn't sleep, but she does work a full-time job. So, I got 2 bags this week, but was not planning to send anything in until after the new year. It says, keep track of what you send in if you are strategically sourcing from them. Yes. So if you are intentionally sourcing to send items to ThreadUp, keep track. Like for me, again, I'm making money off of things that I was going to donate and that I don't want back. So you'll probably get some of my stuff in your rescue box or something like that. And for people, I want to tell you, just in case you probably already know that if you've already researched or if you paid for a course or whatever, your avenue towards ThreadUp does not take men's items. They take all those men's clothes and they stick them in rescue boxes. That's why they always have men's items available. So when people send their things to ThreadUp, they don't care if they're getting their stuff back. So the men's stuff is not for sale in the ThreadUp store, but it will be for sale. Like if you go into ThreadUp now, there's going to be a men's box, 10 pounds for $44 available, because that's the way for them to get money. And they always have those available because they're always getting men's items in because people aren't reading. So just so you know, if you send in men's items, you're not going to get any money for that stuff. It's going to go into the rescue boxes. So Wendy says, Leslie, when are you and Thomas moving to North Carolina? That will probably be in the spring. That is our goal now for the spring. So we've been looking, and thankful today I met a new realtor. Pamela's friend was a realtor. She gave me her card, and she's going to send me some houses and things. And really, we just have to agree on where we want to live. Let me see. Marina says, oh yes, thanks Daniela. I saw Denali mention VAs from abroad on Fiverr, but I'm scared using one outside the US. Had a bad experience before. Do you like yours? I feel like people are overdone with accepting offers on Poshmark. I haven't accepted an offer. I accept offers, but I don't send out offers. I haven't sent out an offer on Poshmark since January. So my business model is no longer sending offers on Poshmark. They're either full sales or I accept offers that people send me, but I don't send offers. I don't create bundles, and I don't do the offer to liker. And I have never participated in closet clear out in the 4.5 years that I've sold on Poshmark. It's just, again, not part of my business model. It's only been 24 hours, but so far so good. You have to set expectations and create the learning tools for them. It's just like being a teacher. Cool. I like it. I'm looking at Mercari sells. It's electronic accessories. We got a bunch of Western style checkbook wallets, and they are selling like hotcakes. That is awesome. Yeah, I think you have to play around with Mercari. People get scared of all the platforms. And the bottom line is you'll never know anything unless you try. Wow, I went over. I didn't realize. So a couple more minutes. Anybody have any more questions? I didn't realize how late it was. It says people are already shopping for Christmas gifts on Mercari, hence blankets. Yes, definitely. Any type of home goods, they're advertising now that they're looking for home goods, electronics, anything that you could possibly. I sell a lot of toys. I sell puzzles. Like I just shipped off a puzzle a couple days ago. I sell puzzles and games, all kinds of. I have PSP games that I bundled together. That kind of stuff sells. So I'm winding down. Let's see. It says, Daniela, I also know a few good mystery bundle sellers on Posh. Check out the ones with good reviews. 50 for £5. Winter Nordstrom. Wow. It says, I like to hunt on Poshmark for items. It makes me feel like I'm in a thrift store. Yeah, Daniela tells me about that. She's like literally looking for stuff. And this is the thing, like, just to give it, this is a really good thing. Like we talk about people who sell stuff for a little bit of money, but look, when we're on the hunt for stuff, we're all looking for a bargain. We're all looking for 50% off. So stop talking about people as lowballers, because we're lowball shoppers. We're looking for a bargain. So why shouldn't a buyer be looking for a bargain? Okay. It says, I scored 2 pairs of Everlane Day heels, $30 tonight. Awesome. Anybody have any last minute questions? Let me see. Yes, if you look, you will definitely find great deals. I think it's awesome. Danielle is always finding great deals. I love this tribe of resellers, the most supportive group of all. Yeah, everybody's pretty special. Buyer everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh gosh, that's funny. Yes, so tune into Quimby's live tomorrow. Marina says, question, Leslie, how do you like that Free People and Levi's have official Poshmark classes with their own shipping labels? Hey, that's what it is. It's Poshmark's business. That stuff never bothers me because I'm doing my own thing. I actually heard through with the grapevine, but it doesn't bother me. It's enough room for everyone, honestly. Because the thing is, because I know Quimby said this, she talked about that last week on her live. So if you're not watching Quimby, head there tomorrow at 8 p.m. You guys are in Central Time, so whatever your Central Time is. But she talked about that last week, how she actually herself purchased some Levi's from the Levi's store. But I think it's enough room for everybody. So I definitely say You have to figure out what's going to work for you. That's it. So does anybody have any last minute questions? Daniela says it just means you need to be mindful with your sourcing and what you're picking up. Yes. So anybody have any more questions? Listen, everyone, like when you're, we're all in business. There was a time when you weren't in business. So you should really, to me, have the same kind of mindset, not business mindset, but mindset that you had when you first started your business. Like we get so personally invested that we want to talk about our customers. We want to call them lowballers. I don't consider anybody a lowballer. It's a price point for everyone. Your stuff is only worth what it's sold for. It's not worth what you think it's sold for, because everybody goes out and they look for the bolos, and when they go to sell it, they can't get the money they need. And then they're talking about their customers and stuff like that. Poshmark advertises that it's 70% off. Not everyone's coming to the platform going, oh yeah, I'm shopping in Daniela's store. I'm shopping at Leslie's. They're saying I'm shopping on Poshmark. That's what they're looking at. So you either say yes to their offer or you just move on. I don't block people. I don't, what was that? I lost my train of thought. You just have to figure out what's worked for you. But if you take your personal bit out of it, just make sales. It's either yes or no. That's the way I look at it. Because it's almost like, okay, is the offer good? Is the offer good? Nope, it's not. Oh, well, I'll counter. And that's the end of it. And I just let it expire in 24 hours. That's it. You'll never see me talk about my customer on Instagram or call somebody a low baller. When I first started selling, my stuff was like $5. I could care less. You don't know if that mommy needs $5. You'll know if that's all she needs, So, hey, it's room for everyone. Daniela says you should be constantly evolving. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk tonight, talking over Leslie's lies. Girl, please. I can always depend on you. You pick up where I leave off. You have a younger, sharper mind, so I understand it. It just means you need to be more mindful when you're sourcing. I already did that. Yeah, it just means you have a more youthful mind that's kind of going where mine is kind of like slugging a little bit. That's all. So yes, they're just another reseller. Exactly. I feel the same way. Just another reseller. Thank you, Marina. So I want to thank everyone for coming and spending time with me. It means a lot to me. It really does humble me. I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of lives yet. Check out my membership. I am going to be doing a lot of behind the scenes and having fun with that and having people come on. But I don't have any guests scheduled yet for November because I haven't figured it out yet. I'm on a break. This is my last live. And then I'm going to be doing something with my membership group. So if you want to be a part of that, do that. I'll be coming on live and probably cooking for them next week. If I get up to like 10 members, I'll probably be doing some baking and cooking because I won't be doing that a lot for the videos as much, but for my behind the scenes kind of thing. Some people ask me to do some cooking classes and stuff. I don't have time for that. So I will be doing that. On my YouTube channel, I'm going to be structuring a little bit different. Motivational Money Mondays, Wednesday wealth work Wednesdays, and fitness and fun Fridays. So I'll probably have videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I just got a nutrition certification, so I'm going to use that for specifically not for coaching, but for myself to help get my body in order. And so I have another course that I'm taking, another health and nutrition. So I'm just started doing yoga again, and I'm pretty sure my doctor's going to yell at me tomorrow for my weight gain. So I'm going to be working out more, hula hooping. I'm going to be doing yoga. I'm going to be doing some videos, but a lot of that I'm going to be creating that behind the scenes. So it's going to be really cool. So I'm so glad that everybody can join. Hugs all around the room, right back out your friend. I want to thank everyone, but I do appreciate everyone. I love you and I validate you, and continue to do the things that you think you cannot do, friends. Take care. Have a great night.